Welcome back. I'm your host Josh. Today we're heading deep into the Australian outback in search of the Blueclaw yabby. Only kidding, folks. Trying to make it sound professional. Today I've got the boss with me. We're going to be heading back out into the outback. We're going to go a little bit further today, see if it warms up a little bit. Our first pit stop is a little creek, and I've got a little bit of a sign here that someone's been here before me, pulling the old meat on a string trick. Check this out. Well, you got one already? Yeah. Oh, she's on already. Only been here 5 minutes. As you've seen, I found this sitting just there on the bank, and it looks fresh. So someone's been here with the old meat on a string trick. She needs the net. She's on straight up, boys and girls. Let's go. Hopefully we can get some yabbies here. I'll give you a look in a sec where we are. She's got a rod all tangled up. I do have my rod in. I better go and have a look at it actually. And the boss has landed one straight up. There you go, Josie. That's how it's done. Like I said, we haven't even been here 5 minutes and he's going straight into the bucket. He's not a huge yabby, but it's a start. I brung the traps with me today, but we didn't actually bring any bait for the traps. And I won't be backtracking. We've got a bit of a route organised. We're going to show you a few nice places to stop and have a fish, stop and have a yabby. This hole here looks absolutely bloody brilliant. There's a big dead tree in the water up there. I'm nearly thinking I might go up there and throw a line in. If I don't do any good at this end, it's probably where the big monsters are hanging out. I'll leave the bucket there beside the boss. And I might do as I usually do, and I might go down and have a look around this tree up here. Get him? Yeah. You got the boss down there loading the bucket for me. I've made my way up to the big old tree that's fallen over. This is actually the root ball end. I've got my rod down in amongst all those roots and stuff. Hopefully there's a monster hanging around down there. It's not very deep, probably about a foot deep I reckon. Well, I know it is because I stuck my rod down in there. It's about a foot deep. And the rest of the tree goes out here. It's an old coolabah tree. As you can see, it's actually still growing. Here we go. The big fella's on. I see my rod moving. And he's bringing me straight over into all the sticks and stuff. So I'm going to be onto him pretty quick here. He doesn't feel like a monster. He bloody nearly feels like the fish the way he's swimming around. I'll put my net there. He wants to keep going that way. Hopefully, now he's changed direction. Little bugger. This bloody net's going to get caught in everything. I might have to see if I've got the smaller net in the ute, I think. Because this big net and this shallow water with heaps of sticks and stuff in it, it always gets caught in stuff. Oh no. He's playing hard to get. And he's not even a monster. He's going to be in the net now. He's in the net. Got one in the net. And stirred it up a fair bit down there. Another one about the same size. Not a monster, but a nice clean yabby. I'll just leave him in the net, sitting in the water. I literally just switched the GoPro off. Oh, what the heck was that? I don't know whether that may have been a fish. Surely. I'm almost certain that's a bloody spangled perch. The way that was biting. Almost certain it was. I'll just set it down here, nice and close. Yeah, almost straight up. Oh yes, he must have grabbed that straight away and dragged me up under a stick. That might have been a yabby earlier, the way this fella's going off. Oh, and I'm caught on a stick. I'm going to have to go and get rid of this fish net and get a smaller net. Oh, here's a nice one. Here's a nice one, that fella. We'll see if we can't fill the net while we're here. What's up? She reckons she's onto a big one. Don't miss him. She said there's a big one further out, and I'm on again. Straight up. One after the other. Oh, and he's let it go. Kidding me. I'm almost certain there's a bloody spangled perch down here. Look. Look the way that line's moving. If that was a yabby, it wouldn't just let go straight away, surely. There's a stick down there that I'll keep getting caught on. What'd you do?
I thought it was I got snagged, but it was actually a big yabby.
Oh, was it?
I pulled it up.
She's onto a monster down there. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, no, I'm caught on a bloody stick and I'm going to miss him. I'm getting rid of this bloody net. He's a nice one, you beauty. What have we got in there now? 3. I'm going to have to go and trade this net in, I think. 3 nice ones. She's onto a monster down here, so we'll go down and have a look. Well, it's not going to take long to get a bit of a snack going here this morning. We've probably been here all of 10 minutes, I reckon. And she reckons she was onto a monster. She reckons it's that big, she thought she was snagged. It's probably a big bloody crocodile in there chewing on your meat.
Pull that up.
Your net ready. It's probably not the easiest thing to do with that big long rod either.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, God, no.
What's he still there?
I don't know.
I think he might be. He is, I can see his whiskers. Oh yes, he is a nice one. You got him too, you beauty. Oh yes, definitely the best of the day. He's not a monster, but nice clean yabby, perfect eating size. And he's going straight into the bucket.
There's a bigger one than that. The one that let go.
She said the one that let go was bigger than that.
Yeah.
We've all heard these fishing stories.
Yeah, but I thought I was snagged. I'm serious. I pulled him up.
Give me a net in for you. I just had to borrow a net. I was going to check my rod, but she's on, so... Oh, he's not real big, but we could probably use him for bait later. Hopefully. I think he might have let go.
What did you... You laughed at you let me go.
She's blaming me. I'll put the net in the right spot. Hey? Oh, look out. My rod's going off, but I've got a feeling there's bloody spangled perch in here. And the banks are not the best here. Black soil, you can see how far in the cows were sinking. And it's pretty bloody shallow in close, so sort of got to get out there to scoop them. I'd have probably been better off to stay up there on that log. Oh no!
You said you can scoop? Yeah, I can scoop one.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Here she is over here filling the bucket. Got him that time. Oh. Yeah, she's laughing at me yabbies. She reckons it's small.
Smaller than... Yeah, but you're blaming the net.
Yeah, but I'm after bait.
Yeah, right.
This little creek here is absolutely going off. Literally been here 20 minutes. We've got a dozen in the bucket, and that's going to be enough for us to have a snack. I want to go and check a couple of other creeks today, so we're going to keep moving, and hopefully we can get onto some a bit bigger. We've made it to our second location. I've actually swapped Eileen's bait out for a worm. I know there is yellow belly in here, but I've never seen it this dry. Normally the water's... I've never seen the water any lower than up here. They generally... This is more... It is a creek, but they use it as basically an irrigation channel. And what I'm thinking is they haven't actually opened the weir way further down to let the water down for the irrigators for their cotton yet. And it's bloody dry. Which I don't know whether is a good thing or a bad thing. But we might as well stop here, get a worm in the water. I'm just going to leave the meat on mine because the biggest yabby that I've ever caught in my life come from about 200 metres down the creek, basically in this same hole. So I'll have a crack, give it 15-20 minutes, see how we go. There must have been a bridge here in the past. You can see the timbers, they've obviously been cut. I can see a timber sticking out of the bank there, and you can almost make out the hump where the road went through, up where the ute is there. I'd say this was a crossing back in the old days. We've made it out to where I wanted to check out today, and I think it was well worth the drive. This isn't the main road. This is actually just a small access track. The main road is over there, and oh my God, I've driven on some rough roads in my time, but that's got to take the cake. Jesus Christ, it was rough. I think I was airborne a few times. We can access the creek at a few spots along this little stretch, but we might as well start somewhere. There's a bit of shade here, nice clear bank. This country out here is well known for really big brown snakes, so it's a little bit dangerous. We really don't want to be going in any overgrown or long grass out here. We are literally hours from anywhere. It's almost lunchtime now. We've been travelling for about 2 hours. The creek itself meanders here, goes around there in a big bend, comes around. It's got big bends all through it, goes up there, and that's actually the creek there, comes around, and it actually looks good. I'm going to ditch the meat for now. We're just going to put a worm each on because the big yabbies love the worms, and we will get fish as well. I do have some small yabbies there. I'm going to throw one of those on in a little bit. We'll go and check out where I got those early this morning. We've got another big day planned today. Don't really know what's going to happen or where we're going to end up. But first things first, what I want to try and do is get some bait. So what I've done, I've set this bait trap overnight in this little puddle. It's nowhere near as deep as it used to be. We have been yabbieing here in the past. It's not far from home, right off the main road. That's why I come out here. Give you a bit of a rundown. These floodways were full of sand. The road crew's been here over winter, dug all the sand out, and what they must have done was filled this creek in a fair bit, because this was a fairly reasonably deep hole. And as you can see, the bait trap's only just sticking out of the water, but I thought I might as well set it here because I knew there was good yabbies here, and I'd avoid the big ones by setting the bait trap, and I've got a few. You beauty. Oh yes, absolutely perfect start to the day. This is exactly what I was after. I think we've got about 15 or so in there. I'll have a quick look in a minute. I'll tip them out and have a count, but I think we're going to be in for some luck today. It's started out absolutely perfectly. I couldn't have asked for better. And that is exactly what I was after. Couldn't have asked for better. But this is an absolute bloody beautiful looking spot. Just looking up the creek there is just absolutely full of sticks and overgrown with this bush. I don't even know what it's called, but it's all hanging in the water. Like I said, we've both got a weightless worm to start with. If there's good yabbies here, we will get them on a worm, and if there's fish, we'll get them on a worm as well. We'll try, if I start getting smashed by carp, we'll throw a little yabby on. I just want to test whether there's yabbies here as well, which I'm almost certain there's got to be. I thought I seen my rod moving a little bit, and it feels like a bit too much weight on there for just a worm. Let's have a look. Yep, yabby. Do you want me to grab the thing? Yeah, okay, grab the net. Send the boss up to get the net. Run, Forrest! See if I can get him up. He's not huge. Got him anyway. He's not huge, but it's a good sign. I think I'm going to have to bring the kayak back out to this place. It's just too good not to. I reckon we're going to do really well here with some traps. We're going to need the bucket too.
Oh. Just grab it here. Put it back.
Now she's sending me back up there to get the bucket now. At least we definitely know there's yabbies here. I think I'm going to have to bring the kayak back and set some traps. One thing I haven't noticed is a lot of carp on top of the water. There's something swirling around in there. I don't know whether that was just getting in or out of the water, but probably a bloody snake just looking at that little spot. Yeah, we'll keep moving. We might pull in and just have a look at this creek a bit further down. We can access it easily just a little bit further down here. We'll have a look at it, but then we'll keep moving because Eileen wants to catch a fish. So we'll go to the creek where we know we've got yellow belly. I have shown one of these before on one of my videos, but they're well worth pulling up and having a look at. Bloody absolute awesome little creature. Check him out, he was out on the middle of the road. It's called a shingleback lizard. They're sort of related to a blue tongue. They're a harmless creature. I'm not going to touch him. I'm just going to let him be. I just wanted to pull up and give you a look. And we're back on a decent track now. Jesus Christ, that last track was sort of, this is like a by road, an off-road, and it was an off-road of an off-road. And my bloody God, I've never been down such a rough bloody road in my life. There was one pothole back there. There was a bloody road train sitting at the bottom of it. We've found the absolute perfect spot to pull up, have a fish, cook some lunch. We've got our own private outback beach. Absolute perfect little sandy beach here. This little area runs around, there's a narrow neck there, and it runs around into a massive hole. Just widens right out. I was going to try and get around there, but I've got to drive through all this sand, and such a nice spot. Might as well pull up, cook some lunch. We'll check out our yabbies that we got earlier. We've definitely got enough there for a snack. They're beautiful, clean yabbies. Bring them out here in the sun and give you a bit of a look at a couple. Check that fella out. Absolute beauty, and she's got a bite. And Eileen said the most favourite part of being in the outback is the flies.
No.
She loves them.
It's annoying.
And as you've probably noticed, from all the annoying shorts I've been putting up, we're going to be giving away some t-shirts. And I won't say anything more just at the moment, but all you got to do is be a subscriber. We're going to pick 10 random subscribers. And they're good for kids, men, women, doesn't matter. Everyone loves them. But it is part of something bigger. Like I said, I'm not going to say too much right now, but all you got to do is be subscribed to be in the running. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for me. And more importantly, for yourself. Lunch is ready. The only problem is these bloody flies out here are absolutely swarming us. And it's the only time. I actually did bring some plates and knives and forks. Gonna dish it all up, look all nice. I'm not gonna be able to do that. We're gonna have to eat it off a hot plate. So I've got all those little pork steakette things, sliced them up into bite-sized pieces, and we're just gonna have to get a fork each and get into it, because as soon as I put that on a plate, the flies are gonna bloody swarm it. They tend not to go too close to the heat, or that hot anyway. They're keeping away from the grill while it's so hot. So we're gonna have to just squaff it into us straight off the grill, which isn't such a bad thing. And I'd brung some nice tomatoes and fruit and all sorts of stuff I was gonna plate up. But anyway, we've got some tomato, yabbies, pork, which looks absolutely bloody beautiful, by the way. Can't help myself. Gotta have a crack at that. As you've seen, got some nice mushrooms and onion. I'll try that with a big yabby tail. Just got to try not to eat too many flies. Just to let you know, these are not my homegrown tomatoes. It's only just the start of the growing season. And I've actually put in a different variety this year. Down at the local hardware store, probably a couple of weeks ago now. Shout out to Tom down at the hardware store. He's probably watching. And Richard. And they had some nice looking plants there, so I thought I might as well grab one. It was only $3. It's called beefsteak tomato, so we're going to have a crack at them this year. It's only probably about 8 inches high. We'll have a look at that. She's got the veggie garden up and going. Got some cucumbers in, tomatoes, corn. What else you got?
Huh? Filipino plants too. Okra.
Okra.
Plant.
What else?
Plant.
Eh?
Eggplant.
Oh, eggplant. Okra.
Dwarf beans.
Oh yeah, dwarf beans.
Water spinach.
They're all too healthy for me.
Bell pepper.
Oh yeah, bell pepper. And we've got some chilies in as well. Just looking at this rod, looks like we might be getting a hit. Ah no, false alarm. We're gonna crack something here today. We'll have lunch first. And while we're going, leave a comment down below if you want me to go back to that creek that we're last at with the kayak, paddle down, set some traps, really have a good go there, because we're only there for 10 minutes, jagged a couple of yabbies, and it looks so good. That's why I didn't stay there, because I want to do a whole separate video on that creek. I've been rambling away there and all the food's gone. You got to watch these bloody seagulls. Well, you reckon it's all right?
Just the flies.
Just the flies. How many flies have you eaten today?
10.
You're not a real Australian unless you're eating at least 3 flies a day.
I had 10.
10. We're on now, little yabby. What do we got? Oh yes, yellow belly, straight up, you beauty. I knew the little yabbies would do the trick here, but unfortunately we've already had lunch. Yeah. We'll just let him go. No, I think we'll let him go. We've just finished lunch. If he had turned up half hour earlier, he would have been a keeper. He's probably a bit smaller than the one we got last time, and we didn't get a lot of meat off it, so I think for him, it's his lucky day. He's going back for another round. I thought the little yabbies would do the trick. Had a good day, caught some yabbies, caught a fish, got out and about and had a look around. More importantly, found a bloody nice spot to put the kayak in, which we're going to do probably in the next couple of videos, within the next couple of weeks anyway. Anyway, catch you on the next one.